The other thing that comes out of that sound clash culture, and this is something Coxsone Dodd himself said. He said what they used to do during these sound clashes is that they would take the labels of the records and they would scratch off the names so nobody could see what record they were playing. This was the 50s and the 60s, bro. This is pre Jams in the Bronx. And then Herc's father tells Herc to put your records in the bathtub and soak off the labels to hide them. This is his father telling him. Again, there are elements. Now, what I'm not saying is, I'm not saying that hip hop comes from Jamaica. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the foundational essence of the sound systems and of this vibe of a turntable with a selector. The dub plates come out of Jamaica. You know, originally they were listening to, like, in the 50s, they were listening to like Chubby Checker and African-American musicians. But when rock and roll came into play, Jamaica wasn't feeling it. They didn't like it. This is from the words of Coxsone Dodd himself. We didn't like it. So we had to come up with our own sound. And this is where dub plates come in. They're creating dub plates. They're creating their own records with these B-sides that are just, you know, heavy echo, heavy treble. And then you notice that there's one turntable. There's not two. There's one turntable, and there's somebody on a microphone. And when they're playing the record, at a certain point, they'll either say rewind or they'll say wheel, and the record will spin back. And then they'll replay it again. That was originally the concept. And then, you know, and I'm not saying Flash saw that and, oh, let me do this on two turntables and bring it back, but without, you know, making that sound. That, no, I'm not saying that. But when you can't help but look back at all of this and say, you can't tell me that there is no inspiration from a man who's from Jamaica. He comes from Jamaica. He comes from Kingston. He understands the musical culture of his island. You can't tell me that he doesn't bring some of that essence with him, along with a mixture of funk and American music. Again, it's multicultural. So for me, that's how Herc is the father of the culture